Morning folks, Phil Gallagher of ThrabenU here for another Monster Train run. I am happy to report that I have now cleared Covenant 25, the hardest difficulty. Did that last night while just kind of hanging out off camera. So let's see if we can do it again on stream. And then again and again and again and again. Let's just stick with random. Or, I guess this isn't technically stream, this is YouTube, but you know. Okay. So, it looks like we are Umbra melting. We have something that can increase burnout, so we can take the burnout champion. We have some good morsels. And the ability to enhance a unit, preferably another unit that we can continue to enhance or otherwise keep alive via burnout. I'm going to take a second here and just confirm whether or not burnout is cleansed by this Seraph. That's very important thinking about this one. Okay, burnout is not cleansed by Seraph. Damage, shield, lifelink, rage, regen, soul, spike, stealth would be cleansed. Okay. So, normally, Tempered Talisman is a really good early pickup, because you have things like torches that, like, become much better with a single point more damage upgrade, but, like, I have basically nothing that is impacted by magic. Like, Shade Splitters and Dregs are, like, forming the core of my deck right now, which aren't affected by it, which makes this pretty much dead, at least for now. I'm gonna take this. It's going to end up being a decent amount. We have 2 packed morsels, a prism retrieval that are going to account for 15 health, higher health per circle. We can lean on the pyre to do damage a little bit. I think we're going to take the big boy here. Spikes 3 is fine. Penumbra definitely takes a beating from it, though. Actually, maybe it's not fine. So how many enemies are we looking at? We're looking at Forged Disciple and Trusted. I will be looking at 5 different enemies, assuming Penumbra hits all of them. Penumbra takes 25 from them. Or no, sorry, 5 enemies. Penumbra takes 15 of its 25 health is what I'm going to say. So that means I can potentially get like 2 hits on the boss with Penumbra. That's okay. Gain +3 life. That's the same. That's better than blocking this attack with a drag, I suppose. Or I can just use. I'm playing all of my stuff, so just like doing the things that I'm like autopilot going to do. There's going to be one of these on each floor to make it so I have a better chance at actually getting the collector. Next turn, this is going to have 10 health as of right now. So this is a very awkward number. I do kind of want to feed this. I like the off chance that I can get a lifesteal one later. I can draw another drag next turn and put it here, and I have a better chance of getting a floor 2 collector. Do that. Take both of these, get and kill this, and maybe I'm not getting a floor 2 collector. Okay, like I killed this, which is the only thing that's doing damage, so like that's fine. It's a shame I can't use a dreg to block this. See what's going on with this. So I'm probably gonna like have a really fat train steward up at the top. Okay. Lifesteal is exactly what I want here. And then increasing your max life is probably about the most important thing. Give you max life, lifesteal. You're still alive. I guess you can have damage build. And I just have one of these that I can't do anything with. Sure. Do I have 5 dregs? No. I have 2 dregs, 1 train steward, and a morsel, technically. I'm going to play this turn no matter what, for giving my pyre health. So the question is, like, what do I do beyond that? I think I Shade Splitter. Hope was getting something that's better here. You are just going to kill yourself. I draw a Purifying Cleanse for you next turn. Hoard. Like, I potentially want to be able to play a Lifesteal or Damage Shield Shade Splitter if I pull one. Like, do I just take it as a hit 14? Or do I, like, leave open the ability to eat? I could play it on this floor. I'd be pretty happy, like, playing Purifying Cleanse on it. Like, this is better once enemies are out of the way. But maybe I am just supposed to play this here. Play this top floor, and I guess at this point, let you die to the spikes. You don't attack into the spikes. Okay, so I just like fed my morsel to the wrong unit. Okay. So we apply this here. Not quite enough for a kill. Alright, fire is not taking any damage. That's great. Floor is full-ish. I guess I'm going to want to feed this thing whatever remaining morsels I get. Yeah, that is the case. So, like, we'll do this, do this. Like, the question is, like, do I play another drag up here as well? I have 3 spaces behind this. Okay to just play another drag. Energy is not what I want to be seeing here. Okay, that's better. Okay, great. So this is very good because of the refracting lenses, but we already have 2, and I have no ability to interact with opposing units yet, so I think something like Antumbra Assault is more important. Immortal Trade is very good with our champion. Just like giving that sucker lifesteal and healing it back up to full is great. But I think I need this effect for it. What sort of unit do I get in Explore? Getting a Remnant unit. Hollow Drippings can help me support a burnout. Or I think I'm going to go ahead and take Molded. Allowed me to reform my champion if it dies. And I'm not 100% sure how far into the burnout plan I'm going to be leaning as of right now. I'm not super impressed by this unit. I found it to be very, very situational. Like, if you can give it multi-strike and hide it behind a tanky burnout unit, it's kind of cool, but you also kind of need space for that to really work out. It's going to take a big fat unit here. Real big, real fat unit. Now the question is, like, do I want 25 more health or more damage? I think the health is great. I may even be hellventing that next floor. Do I want to spend 25 gold to make one of these dregs spookier? So, problem is that right now I have only 2 cards that apply Burnout, and then 1 card for Molded. So since I didn't pick up apply Burnout to all Burnout unit cards from the last draft pick, it becomes slightly less reasonable to spend money upgrading dregs when I have a hard time keeping them alive. I'm gonna pass on upgrading them. It's tempting. +4 attack on priests and apprentices. Turns the priests into actual attackers. I have 2 large hits and not much beyond that. The unit draft is relatively important because, like, if I draft a good unit, I can go right and upgrade it rather than having two burnout things that I might struggle to keep alive at the current time. Current plan, assuming no good unit this pick, is Elvent followed by the left path as well, just kind of like ignoring our Merchant of Magic till floor 5. I'm gonna go ahead and take this and see where we feel about it in a little while. Ooh, this is potentially quite good. It's a little bit of a gamble, but it's probably okay. You deal 40, which is an awkward number versus this. They probably want you floor 2 this time. Floor 2 is a small floor, unfortunately, but that's okay. So that means this is going floor 1. And then we'll cast this for 2. Ah! Rain Steward has arrived. Wonderful. So what are we feeding this one? If the answer is I'm feeding Penumbra, I should actually just put it on the top floor so that it can actually eat. But if I'm just going to put something in front of Penumbra to tank damage, like put Drafts, Dregs in front of it, then I should just put it... Well, I guess the answer is I also would put it on. Alright. Alright. So we're playing 2 of these no matter what. And I am going to be able to eat both of them. So this goes here. The thing that actually gets stats go here. We'll get our bonus energy like so. So this goes here. Easy. This happens. They're all the same. I only have 3 spots available, so I probably should not play another Shade Splitter here. So like, this is going to happen. One of these is going to block. Or a Dreg could block. No, one of these is going to block. And then this can eat this. Face definitely a concern already. Let's do this. The Molded is going to get me a good Dreg. Or a Morsel, so probably a good Dreg is better. So it is going to get 1 hit in, unless I put a Morsel in front of it next turn, in which case it gets 2 hits in. We can do something like this. This. I expected that to change. Did not. Lifesteal's great here. I think we're okay. Yeah, we're good. Now this is probably the point where I need to pick one of these 2 cards to, like, work with my champion. Prismal Dust will be bad against things like multi-strike, but good against heavy hitters. Whereas Immortal Trade is like an awkward early draw, but a fantastic like boss rush time draw. I think I'm gonna take the Prismal Dust. It has Consume, so that also just helps with our fire health. This is no Ascend. Sorry, I forget what the Ascend card is actually called. I just always refer to it as Ascend. So, like, the difference between 1 and 2 cost here is pretty large. And, like, I have this awkward burnout unit that I have to, like, try to keep alive. And I'm potentially about to duplicate it. Because I whiffed on... Well, I don't know that I whiffed on a unit. I might whiff on a unit. So if I wasn't going to be focusing heavily on burnout, I think this is much better. I'm gonna reluctantly take another one of these. Alright, I'm gonna think about this one for a second and step away. Feel free to skip forward about a minute. Okay, so this is a really weird situation. Here's kind of the problem. Space is an issue for me right now since I took the Monstrous Champion, which makes Morsel Master worse than normal. And then both of these other units are really focused around eating a lot of things. So the problem is that I'm really fighting for space. Like, Lady of the House takes up enough of a floor that I can't play, like, this plus one of those units and also Morsels or Dregs as shields. And the same is kind of true of this floor. So taking either one of these units kind of eats up an entire floor by itself. Whether or not I can support two very large Lady of the House and keep them up via burnout is questionable. Like, this is also a 3-space unit because of large stone. Like, that presents its own problems as well. I think I probably need to pivot and take one of those two units and then go to the Merchant of Steel, rather than duplicate the Lady of the House. And so I need to build around one of these. Allied Construct is obviously more powerful, but, like, incredibly awkward. We have a lot of stuff that we can feed it right now. And that's fine and dandy. It's also really sick if we happen to hit it with Prism Retrieval, but, like, Prism Retrieval in a deck full of Dregs is questionable. I think I'm just going to take the Crucible Collector and try to upgrade it with Life. But that was a difficult pick. We're gonna go to the concealed caverns before we pick up the fire shards in case we do something that would damage our fire. Yes, we will gladly take bonus energy. So on higher Covenant levels, every time you pick up the stave, it's just like straight up +2 Ember every turn. Now we can take card drawer space off both of the remaining bosses. So this is obviously not the health that I wanted to see. I think I need to roll this shop to get health. The question is, like, do I want to accept Strength Stone on the Crucible Collector? I think I do. Alright, there we go. We have a pretty balanced Crucible Collector now. It hits hard, meaning that it steals a lot of its life back. Fire's full. I'm not even gonna get a whole bunch of life steal. Okay. I think Penumbra is just gonna like and kill a whole bunch of these guys next turn. And I think Crucible Collector becomes the thing that I try to build the boss kill against. Let's start with things that have to happen. This needs to go on this floor. This needs more burnout. That's step one. The next step is like, what am I killing with Antumbra Assault? Once this has lifesteal and it hits something, it can heal back its health, so I don't necessarily have to kill this. But I don't know what is getting to the boss anytime soon. So like, Penumbra kills this row this turn. It kills this row the following turn. It's very close, like, whether or not I should just nuke this now. Something probably eventually gets through that will allow that thing to full heal. Alright, so this is great. I have I have 3 spaces available. I can play Packed Morsels and then not play the worst morsel, where I can potentially save this if I think anything's going to get through the fire. I don't think things are getting through. Yeah, sure. Damage shield. Life heal to you heals back 7. That's probably... Oh, I have one more slot than I thought I did. Oh, this is the short claw. Okay, cool. Haha! Reform morsel miners. Don't mind if I do. 25! We'll molded you back. It'll be fine, probably. So, what do I want to do regarding Train Steward? Train Steward Shield? Like I'm doing this. Like another stack on lifesteal to keep you healthy is pretty good, but then again, like, stacking up here means that I just beat bosses. Yeah, I think I care about beating the boss, and you can take 2 turns worth of attacks. Well. This is inconvenient. Would have been a very good turn for an Antumbra assault. $29. You good enough where I like actually give you a slot behind here? Or do I just like use you as my temporary new floor? Where is my next molded? My next molded is not in my draw pile. I only have 1 of those. I have 1 of those. So it's a question of like, how am I playing this? Slash, do I need to play towards a world where I get molded to work? These things are all skipping to the top floor, which kind of makes me want to have another heavy hitter up here. I think I do something like this. Maybe 3 units up there next turn. This kills 2 and the pyre takes 1. I literally do not care about that. Okay. So you are too good to let burn out. Look down here. 2 burnout left on you. Try another one next turn. So each turn that you're alive is 45 damage to the boss, whereas each turn that you're alive is 29 damage. Maybe I do let you burn out, and then I have more space for, like, the packed morsels that I'm going to draw next turn. Yeah, I lied. He's going here, going up to the top floor. And I think Dregs will be worth 18 damage next turn. Is fine. Alright, so Purifying Cleanse, Purifying Cleanse. Gonna have so many stacks of lifesteal that like the boss is already dead. I'm not gonna play any morsels on the middle floor. In case we can refill like it or something. Which indeed we can. I guess I get Burnout 1 though. Just like a 40-point damage burn spell. This is probably better. Might even just kill. Not quite. What about now? Good fight. Portal's Child is interesting. I have the energy to support it. I don't have like the multi-striker or something like that that would like really make it pop. And I'm not all that great at supporting my burnout units. Like I can definitely keep my one good burnout unit alive, but beyond that it's tricky. I think I'm just gonna skip here. Wretch is interesting. Alright, what's floor 4 look like? Need to remove some train stewards, so I'm probably going left. Not like my spells are, you know, good. So, this is a floor, this is a floor, this is a floor essentially right now. I don't know that I need another, like, okay value unit. I would rather, like, I'm not getting great duplication options. Alright, regardless, I think I'm skipping. The question is, like, which of two am I taking? Card draw means that I have a better chance at setting up Crucible Collector and Lady of the House earlier. Whereas space means that I can set up a better Crucible Collector floor and also actually feed Penumbra or use damage shields on Penumbra. I think I'm taking space. Can also make it less awkward in a number of other ways. That's a shame that, like, the fire health is this way as well, though. Monstrous 2. This makes my one copy of Molded considerably better. But removing a whole bunch of buffs from the enemy is probably pretty good. So damage shield, lifesteal, rage regen, like stealth. Like I see the stealth 8 boss being a huge problem for us if we encounter it. So like having a 50% chance to choose that boss is pretty great. I'm gonna go with the cleansing water. Like the stealth 8 boss just probably plows through either my burnout floor or my penumbra floor, and then like Crucible Collector has to essentially solo the boss. Armor 15. I'm at 110 fire health. We can probably make that work. Penumbra really needs to be on floor 1 this time. Because of this haste idiot. And awkwardly, I think the Crucible Collector needs to be on this floor. In case the boss spawns with a clipped conduit and goes to the top floor. I believe that happens. So this is triple 4. What are you? Clip Defender, Quill Marksman, Clipped Conduit. Yeah, the boss is the Porcupine, and it spawns with Clipped Conduit. Which, unless I draw Antumbra Assault at the right time, these enemies and the boss are going to proceed directly to the top floor. So I need to build towards the world where I beat that unit if I draw Antumbra Assault at the wrong time. This goes here. This goes here. This goes here. We will mold it back a morsel and start eating. And is this going here? Or is this going here? I think it's going here. The clipped conduits are rough currently. No, I think you need as many stacks of lifesteal as possible. Boss hits hard. Do something like this. Something like this. Oh no! So like, because of the armor, Antomera Assault isn't even going to get to like kill these things. Alright. Cool, cool. I need to, like, actually play dregs behind my thing? No, because I have both the consume things coming up that I want to feed to this. We'll let these, like, burn out on this floor so I don't redraw them. I mean, X equals 6. Dreg is kinda hot, I guess. We don't want this to be Train Steward. Thank you, Train Steward. For, not really fitting anywhere right now. Maybe if I read... no, middle floor is not gonna matter. Alright, awkward fight is awkward. I'm also probably playing Packed Morsels here to heal my Pyre. About to take another set of hits. Are any of these lifesteal or damage shield? None of them are. So you need more health. As much health as I can give you. This one has gotten weird. It's fine because we can re-heal our units. Come on. Damage shield, lifesteal, lifesteal. Okay, this is going to be worth a lot. Okay. I am now confident that we can kill the boss. Alright, good stuff. Alright, that gold was worth the Pyre health, considering that we can get our Pyre health back very easily. I think Grovel is good. Applying a damage shield to Penumbra and getting food for my Crucible Collector seems totally fine. I'm a little worried about my endgame scaling at this point, but maybe we'll figure that out. Okay, we found a card to win the game with. Stealth 2 is absurd. So the dream is we put Holdover and Double Stack on this card, but Holdover by itself should win. We'll take this and we will have to go to Merchants of Magic. Which I wanted to do anyway on this floor. That's great. Alright, all the train stewards are gone. There was much rejoicing. Let's take a look at what's here. That's not double stack. Line Jacks is pretty interesting. With +2 on the middle floor, I might reasonably be able to play Penumbra behind the lady or something like that. But I think Penumbra with damage shields is just better. Grovel being cheaper is pretty big here. This is not really where I need to be. We're gonna re-roll the shop, try to find holdover. Weird. We're gonna remove Consume from a card, so it'll actually be taking away my Pyre health healing. This shop was a whiff. Like, I can do it so I can keep applying damage shields with my extra energy each turn. That's okay. I am probably going to do that, but this is, like, really not what I wanted. Where's my next Merchant of Magic? My next Merchant of Magic is next floor. So, if I want to re-roll next floor and, like, try to get me the thing that beats Seraph, I should probably not blow 115 gold on something that's only a marginal upside. Let's make Grovel free. Also sad that I missed out on +10 damage. I really wanted that on Antumbra Assault. I don't know, yeah. We swung for the fences on that one and just, like, totally whiffed. Ah. 50% chance to totally neuter you. Alright. Let's see. I think we can do this. We can. Might die for doing. Like, if we get the stealth off the boss, this is, like, not a problem. But if we don't get the stealth off the boss, everything is awkward. The floor is smaller. Sleep unit means I can't just play a blocker for you this turn. But, like, unquestionably, this is the top floor. Gosh, I could have played Penumbra there and saved 25 damage on Penumbra. Forgot about my damage shield thing that I, like, literally just took. Alright, well, that was dumb. That was a very costly mistake. Imagine if this had holdover. An awkward spot for a Dreg. So, like, if I engulf and smoke, the Dreg isn't actually taking a hit for Penumbra. So it's better to just play this here. Weep! How many damage shields do you have? You have 3 damage shields. This seems like the most relevant target. Lifesteal 1. Fuck your sweep. Shit. If I play this, the sweep just kills this morsel, so I can't give the lifesteal to the number this turn. lose a Dreg. Yes. It gets killed by this, not this, so this doesn't increase its attack. Yeah, that's fine. So this, for x equals some large number, is happening probably for. Also give it a damage shield if I want, so I'll think about that. One more damage shield is probably pretty relevant. Sure. So that's the first 4 turns of the bosses. Okay, sweep means that I don't want to set up morsels here this turn, which is unfortunate. So this is one more turn of damage shield. We have 3 spots available for morsel, so I can. You can have life, and who can take the other 2? I guess I can just let this die here with no repercussion, right? Like, your attack increases, but you're dead anyway. Ah! Cleansing Water takes the buff off of the boss that we were potentially going to have a hard time beating. This is playing to your future. So, like, this is exactly the situation that happened about when I talked about taking the Cleansing Water in the first place. And I'm, like, so happy that that occurred. So I want to play this card this turn just to heal my Pyre. The question is, like, how many of these morsels do I play? Probably all of them. Dead. Dead. Anything with... Nope. Shroud Spike on our top floor here is probably pretty gross. But, like, if I do that on a decent unit, and I stack up, like, a ton of life steal, that'll make us very good at killing bosses. Gum Trove is also fine with double cost reduction. I think Shroud Spike also allows us to play more morsels in a turn. Like, it kills one and opens up a floor for us, or a spot for us. Yes, I will take another Engulfed in Smoke. That card is absurd. This card draw is probably really good with our Abandoned save. This is obviously quite good as well. Like, in the Seraph fight in particular, it will help sweep the things with 3 health that it summons. And, because, like, I'm very good at I'm very good at bosses, but I'm not great at killing a whole bunch of units. Like, Penumbra is kind of the plan for that, but once things get to 190 health, I don't really know what I'm doing to beat those units. I might need this to help keep smaller units under control. Like, our Pyre is going to be healthy for pretty much the entire run, but, like, when we die, we will, like, die overwhelmingly. I think I'm going to take this. Alright, holdover. Holdover on Engulfed in Smoke. We're very good against the bosses. And now we just need to solve regular units. Regular large units. Double stack. Not the dream. So let's make this free. So we have free Stealth 2 every turn once we start drawing it. What's floor 7 look like? Flash, what am I looking for to actually kill things with 190 health? I kind of need something unfair. Like, I have great defensive option. Like, my units aren't really gonna die. But maybe I need to fish for some artifact that bails me out of this spot. Like, I don't know, like, what I can duplicate that is great. Like, obviously, duplicating and holdover Stealth 2 is dumb, but like, how does that solve my problem of killing enemies? Like, Penumbra only gets to hit them once. I don't know. I also don't know how many trials I'm going to get to do from here on out. Alright. I don't see this fight being too problematic, especially if I draw my holdover stealth card early on. Alright, so whatever I play here gets damage shield, so that's going to be 4, 5. Yeah, we're fine with floor 1 Penumbra, I think. Like, we do this, it has some damage shield. Play this here, play this here, you get another damage shield. Multi-strike on you. Sucks. I can't life steal you, unfortunate. That's okay. How much are you taking next turn? 27. You should probably get this. What do I have to reform? Morsel. You probably need as many damage shields as I can give you this fight reasonably. But we're hoping to just make you stealthy at some point in the not too distant future. That's the plan, quote unquote. Okay, so floor 1 is now solved for the rest of the fight. Like, we do this and we're good there. So now the question is, like, how much fire damage am I taking, incidentally, due to, like, things getting through? Because I'm not hitting hard enough. Oh no, burnout is an issue. We'll have to reform you. I guess I can look at this one too. It's probably damage shield is bad. No, damage shield isn't the greatest. Like, not soaking up that much damage. So life steal stacks are probably most relevant here. That's satisfying. That's really satisfying. Craig? Yeah. You can hang out here. deep, huh? Dude's good. You having like multi-strike or something would be pretty hot right now. Do I want this to die? I don't care. I literally don't care about the rage because of like damage shields and lifesteal up there. Yeah, like not redraw that. So there's a world where I'm actually playing Engulfed in Smoke up here so that I can continue to eat this turn. Means I get one less attack for 80 on the boss. But I think we're killing Fell on this floor anyway. Where's my reform card? No, I already played this run through of the deck. Okay. So everything here is stealthy. This is just a heal spell for my fire. Cool. 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 You have an attack right now, which would kill morsels anyway. Fine with just getting you out of my deck, yes. Get healthy, fire. Alright. Entumbra Assault is actually kind of nice here. Means that I can kill this unit so it won't get to the fire. Don't like this, but I'm not in the situation to do anything about it. I think, again, the fight is up here, but protecting these morsels is better than protecting my champion. Okay, so both of these things are just going to be dead to our champion. So a damage shield here is worth 80. I think the boss is just like super dead. I think I just give up first floor and second floor entirely. Fight. So, I need to do more damage. I need to figure out how to do more damage. So, the only reason we took that much fire health was like, we just could not kill big units. This lets me kill one of my units to reform it. I only have one reform card. This can potentially make a very large burnout unit. Say I have 5 energy, it enhances with 15 attack. That's okay. But I'm already having a little bit of trouble keeping my like burnout floor alive. I don't think that's quite what I'm looking for. So duplicating the stuff that's in my deck doesn't really solve my problem. I need new things. Upgrade good for me? A unit upgrade specifically? the dregs are having a hard time staying alive, and my other units are upgraded enough. Maybe we get something from the concealed cavern. Like, I can go concealed cavern and, like, remove a dreg. The removes aren't even that good at this point, because, like, I need to keep my shade splitters to fuel the crucible collector so that I can kill the bosses. I can probably make it through the next fight. So, like, we're maybe banking on Merchant of Trinkets. Get us to where we need to go. There's not, like, a unit pick here either. And the only way I'm going to get another unit pick is probably by doing the trial on this fight. Feel a little underprepared for. Like, I can take the gold, duplicate my holdover stealth card so I can get it earlier, take the pyre health, and then, like, hedge very fully for this to get an artifact to bail me out. Otherwise, it's go here and try to get an event to bail me out. This makes it easier to get the reroll and gives me a higher chance that I can do the trial. Yeah. I can also duplicate the Crucible Collector, but, like, it only hits for 30. So that doesn't solve my problem. Armor 20. So these things have 115. The Penumbra hit does kill them. And it still kills them at this. But when there's stuff hiding behind these, I don't do a great job of killing those. I might even need multiple artifacts to win this run. So, like, I think I can kill Seraph. I think that part of the fight is easy. But I don't know how I beat the 190 health enemies in the next fight without some additional help. So let's swing for the fences here and see what happens. Ah, you also have 190 health, do you? Alright, cool. Alright, so this being the short floor is rough here. That's quite bad for me. Alright, so that is now happening. And I do want that with the damage shields, not this. So you have 210 health. Means you are getting through Penumbra. You're gonna add crap to my deck. So this happens. Ugh. Yeah, I didn't know the Gilded Wings were coming when I made this decision. We'll see. Now I'm gonna, like, draw multiple stealth mutilations each turn, making my draws considerably worse. So you are the person that can't die because you kill my front units and give me a chance at damaging the Gilded Wings. So this is probably my stealth floor for right now. These are burning out anyway. I mean, you should get damage shield. Can't play any morsels on you, can't play any morsels on you. Alright, everything is coming up here. Yes. 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 Stealth. And we'll redraw you later. I see a lot of fire damage in my future. You're burning out as well. Alright, everything is a master. We're also like not getting our consume cards fast enough to make up the fire health that I'm losing. Turn too late because of all the mutilates. There's a little bit of help. So, is my fire dead to this? Flash, can I do anything about it? I've drawn no morsels this turn. Is my morsel in the draw pile? No. Okay, so I have a 50% chance of hitting what kind of morsel? Health morsel, not a damage morsel. That sucks. So, the fire dies? No, I can play 2 different consume cards this turn. Does that get me there? We'll find out. That's like my only line. I purge this, stealth this. This can just die so I don't redraw it. Get fire health. I gave you revenge. Whatever. Oh man, I can't target this. I don't have a morsel. Alright, I am dead then. Alright, that's unfortunate. So we could have cleared that one by not taking the trial. And we did almost clear it anyway. We knew what the problem with the run was. We just couldn't come up with a way to solve it. So I really needed another unit that just did a very considerable amount of... That's what I was missing. Yeah, I don't know how we beat the next fight without solving that problem, so I don't regret going for the aggressive trial there. I wouldn't have taken the trial if I realized that the Gilded Wings were going to be the things that were hiding behind the shields. Like, that was very unfortunate for me, and I could have looked that up, and I just didn't. So we had the run that beats the final bosses, but not the 190 health enemies, and that's something that I'm commonly finding is the case, so I start talking about that from early on in the run. I am very happy with this run. I think we did a lot of things right. Like the cleansing water pickup did exactly the thing that I wanted it to do. This would have done what I wanted it to do in the Seraph fight. I did make a few mistakes over the course of the run that cost me a little bit of pyre health. So, like, it's possible that, like, if I replayed the run and, like, was cognizant of my chain of gems and, like, played Penumbra first that one turn or something like that, it's possible I have, like, just enough life to squeak through that fight and maybe we get there. But I'm happy enough. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. and we'll try again tomorrow.